Playing catch up today, guys. So yeah, this video is basically in regards to, I believe it was back on, let me just read my thing. I believe on it was the 17th of January this year. I spotted one of those dastardly little LRZ136 rego number mufti speed vehicles. But unfortunately they're not sticking to their own rules, because in their own guidance when it comes to operating the speed camera vans, that they must be 250 metres away from a speed reducing sign. And I think I showed you on the last video, I'll probably click to it now.
Fucking speed camera.
Okay, so as you can see, that's me, that's where the prick's parked. First off, here's a screenshot from Google Earth showing you exactly where 250 metres is. A screenshot of exactly where he was parked. Google Earth, here's where the speed, where the reduction of speed signs are. Okay, and here is where that wanker was parked. Alright, so they're supposed to be on a straight road with no high or low gradient to do their job properly. How do I know this? Because I have their speed camera operating manual. I did an Official Information Act request and have a copy of it. Page 13 of the manual, just down the bottom, sort of second to last paragraph, it says you must ensure you consider the following. Big tick, not within 250 metres of a reduction of speed limit. Under the Official Information Act request, I might just ask for all deployment registers. The deployment register is the form that, or radar log, is the form they fill out showing where they'll state, they'll put a wee tick, not within 250 metres, which is a lie to begin with. So I'll get the deployment registers of the speed cameras that were parked in that location and see exactly how many people they illegally issued tickets to. Void all the tickets. They're illegal.
So yeah, as you can see right there, they were definitely only 190 metres away from the reduced speed sign at the bottom of a little decline and hill. You know, it's dirty to park there to catch you just as you're coming over the rise. Don't get a chance to slow down. There's actually a couple of power poles up ahead from where they were parked is the 250 metre mark. I know that area very well. I've lived in this area for 30 years. So what I did is I even said at the end of the video that I was going to do an Official Information Act, or a request for information from them for their deployment registers. And just for shits and giggles, I said just give me a month's worth of deployment registers for the vehicles LRZ135 and LRZ136. See, these speed camera vans have successive 60th plates because they get them all at the same time and register them one after the other. So which worked out really handy, because I thought the vehicle parked on the 17th of January, just away from the 190 metres from the reducing speed sign, I thought that was LRZ135, but it isn't. It was LRZ136. Simple mistake on my part. You know, it's one of those still frames, try and make out the rego, but it was definitely them. So what I wanted to do is get their deployment registers, so you know, I get this lovely response letter from them, and I asked for, and I'll put it up so you can see it, and it says I requested police supply all speed camera deployment registers for the 2 speed camera vans, registration numbers LRZ136 and LRZ135, for the time period of 1 month between the 20th of December until today, the 20th of January, including but not limited to LRZ135, which was parked on Muriwai Rd, Waimaku, Auckland, approximately 11 AM on Friday the 17th of January 2025. The reason I know that is because I had to take my son to his dentist appointment, which was on the 17th in Kumu, and it wasn't parked there on the way there, but it was definitely parked there on the way back, which is why you can see me heading towards the speed up area, the 80k area, and that's when I clicked the shot of where he was. So yeah, I wanted to see if Barjinder Singh, who is the operator of that vehicle, his QID is BSJKG4. If you have an issue with how he's operating a speed camera van, I'm sure they love feedback. So, the letter here states, I refer to your Official Information Act request on the 20th of January for information regarding speed camera deployment vans. Now, to the police's credit here, they didn't do it within the customary 28 days or 28 working days, but the day I sent the request I got an acknowledgement back, and they had 28 days from that acknowledgement to either supply the information or let you know that they require more time, which they did, to their credit. Just coming up to that 28-day marker, they sent me an email saying, we need a bit more time to gather the information, you'll have it by the 11th of March. So top marks, they followed the rules and supplied me what I asked for. However, there are some interesting things. This is what they supplied me. Pages and pages and pages of deployment registers, because remember, I'm asking for a month's worth of them for 2 vehicles, and they supplied me about 40 odd. Alright, so there's quite a few there. Well, what I'm going to turn to is the one where it states it was parked. Now you can see where he's parking all over the place here. Okay, so yeah, on the I could go through these individually. LRZ135, unmarked vehicle. They say that they were parked in Kumu that day. Vehicle position 550, whatever the fuck that means. Posted speed limits, 50k areas. And on each of these here you can see how many tickets they've issued. So on the 7th of January, LRZ135, in one spot in State Highway 16 in Kumu, they issued 730 infringement offences. So that's just one day. Next one, 260 in Kumu, State Highway 16. Next one, Red Beach Road. They got 55 that day. And so on, and so on. Hibiscus Coast, Coatesville Riverhead Road, Kahikatea Flat Road, What I find interesting is camera, you see in these comments, camera rebooted itself, ended deployment with fork test, and so this seems to be happening a lot. There's a couple there where he's just said camera's reset itself several times. So if the camera, and this is why you ask for a court hearing, because if you can pull something out like that that says that the camera was resetting itself, you know, perhaps some prick like me was driving past with a remote control and just did a test, hit the test button. Who knows why it did it, but that's what would happen if I went past with my remote control. But of course I wouldn't be tampering. So here's another one here on the 6th of January. Camera rebooted itself, deployment recovered, blah 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 blah. Another one on the 6th of January, camera reset itself. Okay, so clearly on the 6th of January, Barjinder Singh was having all sorts of problems with his deployment register. So we'll go through the rest of these, you know, Mahanga East Road, Muriwai Road, Waimaku, and he's put here opposite 93. This is the one we're looking for. Okay? This tells us that on the 17th of January 2025, start time 11:04, which is about right. Luke's appointment was at 11 o'clock when we clicked them on the way back. So he was there for 11:04 to 13:23, so 1:23. So he was there for two and a quarter hours parked there. In that time, where he was parked illegally, because he was not 250 metres away from the reducing speed sign. Now this is where you have a look down the thing and you can see deployment standard compliance checklist. Speed limit signs erected, yes. Permission for deployment, yes. He's saying he was 0.237, so he was 237 centimetres away from the fog line lane, so he was about a quarter of a metre away, so parked slightly off the side of the road. Vehicles photographed on a straight section of road, yes, he's ticked that. Park lights for night deployment, not applicable, or non-assumptive. Deployed within site boundaries, he's got a tick there. He's got parked legally, yes. He's got camera physically set to the correct roadside, yes. Site entered correctly, yes. Side road or direction of travel entered correctly, yes. Operation mode, and he's got both, so he was clicking people going both ways. Ironically, where he was parked, he was not deployed on a straight bit of road to click them, but we'll carry on. Camera radar aligned to lane, yes. Oh, hang on, what's this? Parked more than 250 metres from a reducing speed limit sign, and he's ticked yes. So there we go. He said he is. I've shown you the video evidence that he wasn't.
Fucking speed camera. Is that much pimp illegal?
First off, here's a screenshot from Google Earth showing you exactly where 250 metres is. A screenshot of exactly where he was parked. Google Earth, here's where the speed, where the reduction of speed signs are. Okay, and here is where that wanker was parked. Alright.
So that basically means, and how many tickets did he issue that day? 178 people. He would have clicked with either an $80 or $170 or $120 ticket. That's 178 people that have been fraudulently sent tickets saying that they've been following their rules, stating that he parked 250 metres away from the sign, and we all know he fucking didn't. It was 190. So everybody says, what's my next step? My next step is to bring this to the attention of them, because I'm going to inform them with their little dinky-doo fucking speed ticket here, that he has lied. I can show them the video evidence that they shouldn't have been parked there, that it is not 250 metres, and if they want us to follow the fucking rules, then they can too. And if I catch the fucker again, I'm going to go knocking on his door and ask him why he's illegally parked. Why does he lie on his deployment registers? See, I'm not talking from a point of ignorance. I've actually got the information. So I can go and ask Bajinder, Baj, I can go and ask him, why the fuck are you lying on your deployment registers and saying you're 250 metres away from a reducing speed sign when you're clearly not? Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back next time I'm going into the township or whatever. I'll stop there. I might even take my tape measure and measure it with my 50 metre measure. Take my son with me. We'll make a whole song and dance of it. And we'll go and measure it just to ensure. And he's marked on the thing that he was outside number 93. So he's outside number 93. So you can simply see from number 93 that he's only 190 metres away from the sign. I know you guys are probably thinking, why are you doing this? It's a whole waste of time. Don't you have something better to do? I haven't studied law for almost a decade and a half now, and found pathways of solving issues. I'm not doing this for me at all. I will contact them via email, so there's a permanent record of it. I'm going to show them that the vehicle was not parked as he claims in his deployment register of 250 metres away, and I'm going to demand that all other 178 tickets that were issued where he was parked that day be voided and refunded. If they don't, and I've got their infringement numbers that were issued, because it's on the deployment register, I'm going to ask for the status of all of those tickets, and if they've been paid or whatever, because 90% of people will just pay the fucking things, because you don't want to lose money going to court, wasting a day in court, wasting several days in court, depending on how long the process goes. It's ridiculous. And all I'm ever doing is showing how the process works and how it's faulty. I'll show the good with the bad. Alright guys, so that's where we're up to with the OIA request, showing that the prick in the vehicle, old Bajinga Singh, was illegally parked, and he's also committed fraud by putting false information on the deployment register. So I doubt he's going to get held to account, so that's where it's up to us. If we see someone like that parked illegally, and we know for a fact that they shouldn't be parked there issuing tickets that are invalid, do something about it. You know, the only way you're going to get justice in New Zealand is if you make it for yourself, and I've learnt that the hard way over many years. Much love to you all, guys. Sorry for the slight rant and ramble. Like I say, I've been in YouTube jail for a week over Tommy Robinson's Silent movie that I had on my channel, which is in itself fucking ridiculous, because I've also got it on lots of other platforms, and it hasn't breached any community standards. It hasn't fucking hit any copyrights, because I don't make a cent from them. I don't monetize any of that shit. So they want to hit me with a copyright strike. It's just another attempt to stop me from uploading stuff. Good luck to them. They won't. Been doing this too long. Bye now. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Until we see each other again.